Every day, thousands of tourists come here, but some are delighted, while others are convinced they wasted their money. So is it worth going to this hotel? Let's find out. Welcome to Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh. Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh is a true palace on the shores of the Red Sea. The huge grounds, with well-kept gardens and impressive palace-style architecture, create an atmosphere of luxury and comfort. Here you will also find a private wide beach with soft sand and crystal-clear water, where you can enjoy the underwater world right near the shore. The hotel rooms are spacious, elegant, and offer stunning views of the sea or green alleys. Dining at the hotel is all-inclusive, and for gourmets, there are several a la carte restaurants serving cuisines from around the world. Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh is a place where a vacation turns into an unforgettable fairy tale. The hotel's rating is 4.7 on Google, 9 on Booking.com, and 4.8 on TripAdvisor. However, even such a popular hotel has its downsides, which can significantly influence your choice. Let's take a closer look at all the pros and cons of the hotel so you can make the right decision. But before we start, I want to ask you to subscribe to our channel and support this video with likes and comments. Thank you. I really like the beach at Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh. It is wide, clean, with soft light sand and the purest water of the Red Sea. Every day I admired the turquoise sea and the variety of colorful fish and corals right by the shore. However, the entrance to the sea was not as perfect as I expected. There were stones and pieces of coral on the bottom, so I had to step carefully not to hurt my feet. During my stay, the main pier was under renovation, and swimming nearby was unpleasant. There was wood dust and construction debris in the water, but the beach itself was well maintained. There were always enough sunbeds, cozy cabanas, and adults-only zones where you could relax quietly by the water. The wind was sometimes noticeable, and waves would rise, which meant snorkeling was not always allowed. But when the sea was calm, swimming was pure pleasure. The water near the shore was shallow, which was great for kids, and from the pier you could dive into deeper water. Friends, if you have already stayed at Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh, write your impressions in the comments. Let's see how much they match mine. And while you're writing, I'll show you what surprised me on the hotel grounds. The hotel grounds are a true oasis of luxury and thoughtful design. It is clear that professionals worked on the landscaping. A huge green garden with palm trees, blooming shrubs, and fountains looks stunning. The territory is large, but very well maintained. The staff constantly keeps everything in order, so there is always cleanliness and comfort. The hotel has several pools, including a gorgeous infinity pool overlooking the sea. Swimming in it at sunset was amazing. There are also separate pools and zones for adults only, always quiet and peaceful, as well as family pools with more fun and music. I like that even with the hotel fully booked, there was enough space. Thanks to smart zoning, it never felt crowded. Every corner, from the main entrance with royal columns to remote gazebos by the beach, is designed for the comfort of guests. In 10 days, I got so used to evening walks along these picturesque alleys that I really didn't want to leave. The hotel truly lives up to its palace status and gives a feeling of an oriental fairy tale. In the evening, the grounds transform beautifully. Palm trees, paths, and pools are lit up. Walking around or sitting on sofas under the starry sky in such an atmosphere was incredibly pleasant. Friends, and now I'll show you the most delicious part. Let's look into the restaurants and see what guests are served here. The food at Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh delighted me with its variety and quality. The main restaurant offers a huge buffet. Every morning and evening I found something new. Dozens of appetizers, main courses, and oriental desserts. I was especially impressed by the pastries and sweets. The choice of halva and other oriental treats was simply incredible. Desserts looked like little works of art and tasted amazing. We even met the local pastry chef, who turned out to be from Turkey. Besides the main restaurant, several a la carte restaurants are available within the all-inclusive system: Italian, Asian, Oriental, Mexican, and more. Honestly, not all of them impressed me. For example, dinner at the Mexican restaurant seemed rather average, but the Italian and Asian dishes were outstanding, and dinner at the seafood restaurant stood out with excellent seafood. The only downside of the main restaurant was the hustle. Sometimes it was a bit noisy due to the many children. I especially want to mention the bartenders. They made amazing cocktails that refreshed us perfectly on hot days. Overall, I enjoyed the food, but the room surprised me even more. Our room at the hotel was spacious, bright, and very comfortable. We chose a sea view category and didn't regret it. Every morning I woke up and saw the endless blue sea from the window. The room's decor combined modernity with Arabic flair. A large bed with a soft mattress, a sofa, stylish furniture, and a marble floor. The room had everything necessary. A big TV, an air conditioner that, by the way, worked very quietly and cooled the room perfectly. An electric kettle, coffee and tea set, safe, hairdryer, bathrobes, and slippers. The bathroom was spacious, finished in marble, and had all the necessary toiletries. Cleaning was excellent. Every day, returning from the beach, we found the room perfectly clean, fresh towels, a restocked minibar, and towel figures on the bed. I was pleasantly surprised that Wi-Fi worked right in our room. The internet speed was average, sometimes dropping in the evenings, but overall, it was enough for us. I liked the room, but what truly makes a vacation unforgettable are the people working here. The staff is the pride of Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh. I've been to many places, but here the service level is much higher than in other Egyptian hotels. It feels like every employee is genuinely happy to see you and ready to help with any issue. We were checked in with warmth and care, even though we arrived late in the evening, but at the reception, they greeted us with smiles and even upgraded our room for free, giving us a better one with a sea view. In general, the reception staff were all very professional and kind people, always asking how our vacation was going and whether we needed anything. However, in the restaurant, the waiters were a bit rude and slow to respond to our requests during the first days. We mentioned this to the manager, and the very next day he personally came to us, apologized, and assigned us the most experienced waiter. After that, the service at our table was impeccable. The conflict was resolved so tactfully that no negative feelings remained at all. Yes, the service here is wonderful, but what about entertainment? In terms of activities for adults, the hotel is more focused on relaxation than on wild parties. In the evenings, the hotel hosts shows and live music, but in the off-season, like autumn when we stayed, the program was rather modest. During 10 days, we saw a couple of truly bright evenings. For example, a dance show with Latin American themes. On other days, the entertainment programs were simpler. A few times, there was light live music by the bar and once a quiz. For those who like active leisure, there is a great gym and yoga classes during the day. The hotel spa center is good. A wide selection of massages, sauna, jacuzzi, but in my opinion, it lacked a bit of coziness. I really liked the Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh Hotel in Hurghada. The beach impressed me with its beauty and cleanliness, although there were some issues with stones in the pier renovation. The territory of Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh is an oriental fairy tale where every walk brings genuine pleasure. The dining was very diverse and delicious. The room was spacious, comfortable, and with an amazing view, while the staff were true professionals who know how to make your vacation truly carefree. Entertainment for adults turned out to be calm and unobtrusive, ideal for those who want relaxation, but perhaps a bit boring for those who crave excitement. Overall, Baron Palace Sahl Hasheesh lives up to its name and really looks like a palace where you can enjoy an atmosphere of comfort, beauty, and care. Friends, but the final choice is always yours, and only you can decide whether it's worth going to this hotel or not. And while you're thinking, I recommend you also watch these videos about other Egyptian hotels. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our new reviews. And with that, I say goodbye. See you soon at a new hotel.